So yeah, I'll be telling you in this video how to achieve this kind of look in your videos using simple lighting techniques. So let's get going. So let's first talk about the whole setup. You can take a screenshot of this particular setup. So let's break it up one by one and show you how it's done. For those who don't know, I'm Fenzer. I do travel tech and filmmaking on this channel. So if you're into that sort of stuff, please consider hitting the subscribe button. So the first thing here is obviously the subject, which is present in the center of the room or the center of the space. Then we have the key light. The key light is the main light that is lighting the subject. It's kept at a 45-degree angle because it lights one side of the face, leaving one side in the shadows. This sorts of create a good contrast and a good cinematic look, which is followed in documentaries and in movies. Now for the key light, I have set the white balance to 5600 Kelvin, which is like natural daylight. It's up to your choice, but in this particular example, I have set the white balance to 5600 Kelvin. On the other end, you have the camera also placed at 45-degree angle kept at the shadow side of the face. Now you're filming the shadow side of the face and not the lit up side of the face because this is a most widely accepted approach in movies and in documentaries. Now to really sell in that documentary feel, I'm not talking directly to the camera, I'm talking to a particular direction because I just want to show that it's a documentary, and usually in documentaries you're generally talking to a person sitting next to you. Now the camera white balance in this particular example, I have set it to 6000 Kelvin to make the footage a little bit warm. Now also I've positioned the camera in such a way that it follows the rule of third. Now rule of third means that the subject is placed on the either side of the frame. It's a sort of widely accepted framing technique in movies and in photography. So it looks naturally appealing to see the subject placed on either side of the grid lines. And it's always better to use a lens with lower aperture like f1.8 to f2.8, to get that really smooth background blur in your footage. Next, we have a practical light kept next to me. Now, practical lighting is the technique of using light sources that are seen within the frame of a shot. So these lights are really visible in your shot, and it sorts of creates a visual appearance that this particular light is lighting up the subject, which in case it's not, it's actually the key light that is kept next to us that is actually lighting our face. Now I've set the practical light to tungsten, like a warm tungsten bulb. So I don't have a natural practical light, so I used my small Ander portable light as a practical light. But you can use your lamp or anything to get that nice practical lighting. Next we have an accent light. Now accent lighting is an optional lighting technique. Accent lighting focuses light on a particular area or object. It is often used to highlight art or other artifacts. So in this particular example, I've set an accent light behind me highlighting this side of my face, and it sort of create a background separation. I've also set it to blue color to mimic a night scene, and also it's a contrasting color to the practical light, teal and orange. So the blue, I've set it to kind of teal color, and the practical light is orange. So it creates a nice contrast in your video. Like this particular video, you can see one is orange and one is blue. So these two colors are at the opposite side of the color spectrum, so it will be very visually appealing to see such contrasting colors. So I think that's pretty much it. I hope you guys learned something from this video. Give me a thumbs up if you did. Let me know if you have any questions or suggestions in the comments. I'll be happy to answer them. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.